Hi folks, I want to do a bit of a follow-up on yesterday's video. I unboxed my new bow. Since then I've set it up. I've got it grouping arrows. I haven't had to adjust my limb alignment. Set up the rest, got my center shot, adjusted my limbs, got 0 tiller. I like that for shooting 3 fingers under. I'm happy with the poundage. At 28 inches it's doing about 40.2 or 3 or something like that. Off the fingers, my draw length, it's doing about 46 pounds. Can't complain about that. It's a bit less than my traditional style longbow was doing, but it was a bit hard on the old arrows I was shooting. They were a little bit underspined for it, so this is giving me some. The reason I keep doing this, this texture, it's a matte texture, anodized there, and just a satin type spray on here. It's like a blackboard. It tends to show fingerprints up and stuff like that. If a bit of dead skin rubs off on it, it leaves a white mark. So it's yeah, I might give it a hit with some sort of wax or something down the track. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Anyway, one of the things that I touched on and didn't really go into any detail about was the bowstring. This is a store-bought bowstring from a company called Hunter's Niche. I ordered it with the bow. It's a Flemish twist. It's 62, oh, it's actually 3 inches shorter than that. It's 59 inches long. And I'm sure it's okay. It's made out of D97. I don't think it's been pre-stretched very well, because just leaving this bow overnight as it's stretched a little bit and the brace height's gone down. One of the things I'm not fussed on is the tag ends have been singed, and they're all the same length, so you get a really dramatic drop off from this thick part here to the next part of the string, which is this twisted bit, and then you've got the string body proper. It didn't come with a tie-on knocking point. I tied on my own. And other than that, I'm sure it's a good string, and I'm going to continue to use it until I've got everything where I want it to be on this bow, until it's all completely tuned up and sorted out. And then I'm going to order a new string. And on my first video I mentioned Tommy McDonald. Tommy owns a company called Billy Goat Bowstrings. So you got billygoatbowstrings.com. and he's based in Canberra. It's a home operation. He sends you his bowstrings on the back of his card. He sends information about them. So this one is 56.5. It's D97, 14 strand. It's got a .025 serving on it. And he says thanks. And he's also on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook he's on there as Tommy McDonald, because they wouldn't let him keep his Billy Goat bowstring things going on there for some reason or other. Not sure what's happening there. This is a shameless plug for him because I like his product. He's not giving me anything. He's not paying me. He doesn't know I'm doing this. But when this is a 60-inch bowstring, and this is a long bowstring, and this is a recurve string, because my other riser I had interchangeable limbs. I had a set of recurve limbs and a set of longbow limbs. Unfortunately, my longbow limbs broke, but they were cheap Chinese aftermarket stuff I bought on eBay, and they didn't cost very much, so I wasn't too upset about it. But it gave me an excuse to buy a new bow. So that's the reason I'm buying this bow. My longbow limbs broke. On Tommy's string, it's D97. This is 14 strand. This is 16 strand, but this seems a lot thinner. The tag ends of the loop are all staggered. They're not singed, so they're soft and pliable, and you can just easily wax it and rub them down into the turns and the twists of the string. It's a lovely transition from the loop to the twists to the string body. On his serving he puts a couple of movable, beautifully tied, they're like little beads, they're knocking points, and they're tight enough that you have to really, the string needs to be strung to move them. You can't just twist them up and down easily or anything like that. And I think I've seen a few people mention that once you get your knocking points where you want them, you can always put a dab of super glue on them or something like that. I don't like super glue much. I don't use it on fletching or anything like that. So Tommy's bowstrings, he doesn't just do 2 different coloured strands. He'll blend up to 4 colours together for you. If you go to his Instagram, Billy Goat Bowstrings on Instagram, he showcases some of the ones that he's currently working on. Tells you where he's sending them. He sends them all over the world. They go over to Canada and America and other places around. He's people that buy his strings know the quality. I'd put him up there with Grizzly Jim. I'd suggest that anyone that thinks Grizzly Jim's a good string maker would probably think Tommy McDonald's a good string maker too. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm doing it because I love his strings. My first one was a recurve string. It was only a 14-pound bow. This one's a D97 14-pound strand, 14 strands, 56.5, 0.025 serving, identical makeup. Oh, here's a hint. If you want to take your string off your bow and you don't want to lose the amount of twists you have in it, what you can do is you can push a loop, one loop, through the other, and then you push that loop through the one that you push through, and it locks them together. Looks a little bit like a reef knot, but it keeps them safe. He doesn't just do stripes, he does variations. He can do stripes if you ask him and you want this kind of barber pole thing, he'll do that for you. But if you want something a little bit more creative, like I said, have a look at his gallery. He does some beautiful stuff. And he's even got some interesting hunting videos on YouTube. I think his videos are under Tomsky McDonald. You might want to give them a look. But anyway, thanks for listening. I'm going to go on about this a bit more in other videos. I'm going to talk about why these are long limbs, how they pan out on other different sized risers, how it affects the poundage, the overall lengths of the bows. For example, if these limbs were on a 25-inch riser, it would be a 70-inch bow, and they'd be rated at 8 pounds less than what they are on this riser. But that's for another video. Hope you're enjoying this stuff. Take care, folks. I'll catch you another day.